And I guess he has some very interesting things to tell people, humanity, basically, on this planet. Even though he looks like a human himself, they said once you see the video from one of the earlier reports, if I remember right, they mentioned that you'll kind of see, like, oh yeah, he does look a little weird, kind of, like a little something about him kind of thing, I think. And that the earlier reports were saying how the powers that be want this guy. They're trying to find him, and he kind of takes refuge going from place to place, and people keep him safe or something like that. Don't know what that's about, really. That's about all I can say about that. The Catholic Church will have increasing amount of scandals leading to a murderous war for control publicly waged. And I believe it's within the ranks of the church. And as I read the report, there was also a mention of the Mormon religion also breaking out in sex scandals, which is rare because you don't hear about that church like that you do the Catholic Church. But it's almost weekly or every bi-weekly there's a new freaking priest who raped somebody or molested somebody or whatever. Absolutely disgusting. That's why I can't stand any religion. Any religion. Leave me alone. So anyways, the Mormons are going to get a little taste of that. And I think it said within a year or so, sometime in 2011, maybe, if I recall. But this isn't news to any of us. It's already happening. And they've been saying this for a little while, too. And recent events, you've seen a few come out in the news. So, that's dead on. The interesting thing will be to see if the Mormon thing plays out, specifically to the Mormon religion, where they get a big scandal going on in regards to the same thing. Energy weapons will be used in the next Great War and may be scalar/weather control. This is connected also with the November tipping point. Really don't have much to say about that. I know we have energy weapons. It's already obvious. And I don't remember the Secretary of State, or was it I don't remember the title, but it was like in 1997. And I found the video on YouTube of the guy being interviewed on TV, and I don't remember his name right now. I can't think of his name. But he said we can control the weather. That's exactly what he said, right on TV. We can control the weather. He wouldn't go into details. You can't control the weather without some type of energy weapon. And we have that thing in Alaska known as HARP. So I think it's safe to say that that type of stuff will be used. You can cause a flood. You can cause massive problems in other parts of the country and just say, oh, it was Mother Nature. Kind of like in Pakistan all of a sudden, right? It's a real key strategic area, and all of a sudden they had 20 million people displaced. Then again, it may be really the strange Earth weather, because if we're going to 2 seasons, certainly that's not the scalar weapons going to be doing that for the next couple, 2-3 years. So it may be a combination of that, along with the alignment that's going on in 2012, which, by the way, as I said in another video, is causing earthquakes and volcanic activity to increase drastically. Specifically with the earthquake activity, the 6s to 6.9, as well as the 7 to 7.9 scale. The 7 to 7.9 scale normally sees 15, approximately on average, 15 of these types of quakes per year, on average. We're already at 16 or 17 this year, and we're just slightly past the halfway point. So it's obviously up, and I'm pretty sure it's going to keep going up until that grand alignment in 2012, end of the Mayan calendar or whatever. It's nothing more than a cycle. The problem is everything goes wrong at the same time, roughly, at that end of that cycle, according to many ancients, I guess. It's going to be a cleansing of the old ways. The whole society, the whole paradigm, it's gone. It can't succeed. It can't go forward. It'll be cleansed away, whether they want to go or people want to hold on to the old way or not. Doesn't matter, which also means the powers that be. Doesn't matter what they want. It's going to happen. It's that cycle again. You can't control a cycle. You can't control the sun coming up tomorrow. It's on a cycle. And so is this big one. It just takes it thousands and thousands of years to occur. So people can't say, oh yeah, I remember that. It happened to my grandfather. No. You don't remember 26,000 years ago, or 11,500 years ago, or 5,125 years ago, which are 3 times that this cycle always occurs. Anyways. Coinciding with back to school, social drift. People will not be able to pay for utilities. And what he's talking about there in the report, it says that people will be so broke due to this economic collapse, due to not being able to find a decent job, getting paid crap, getting out of school, you can't find a job, etc., people will actually make decisions because they got to try to keep that credit score top notch, which I don't give a crap about, and you won't either here shortly, nor will anybody, but that's another story. And what he says is basically these people will start picking and choosing bills in the college arena, these grads, and just got out of college, maybe just landed a job, it's not paying what they wanted yet or whatever, and they decide, well, I'm going to continue paying my mortgage because I got to have a house to stay in, so they choose to pay that, but they stop paying other bills. They turn off their electricity, believe that or not, get rid of the TV, all kinds of stuff, and it'll kind of be a little phenomenon that takes place. It's not just going to be something that you heard about a friend doing. It's going to be like, oh, I read that today on the news website or on TV news, that kind of thing, where people are being interviewed or something along those lines. Let's see what kind of time I got left. Well, there goes that.